are not just building roads, we are building world-class technical workforce. Madam Speaker, to the people of Machakos, I say this, nimepanga kazi. We are moving earth and gravel. But more importantly, we are moving Machakos forward. There are no more excuses. Our officers have the tools and the fuel and the mandate. We have clocked, again, 3,558 kilometers on graded roads as of today, as we speak today. And we are not slowing down. This is your government at work, turning every minute into the solid, unshakable ground upon which our children will walk towards a brighter future. Water, security, and climate resilience. Madam Speaker and honorable members, allow me to delve into the area of water, irrigation, sanitation, climate change, and environment. Access to clean water is the core of sustainable development and critical for social-economic advancement, healthy ecosystems, and human survival itself. It plays a vital role in reducing the burden of disease, improving health, welfare, and productivity. Furthermore, access to water is essential for addressing climate change mitigation, adaptation, and resilience, serving the crucial link between the climate systems, human society, and environment. When my administration took over in 2022, the water sector was in bad shape and indeed immediate reforms. Though the department had previously acquired drilling rigs, test pumping units, and dump excavation units, it is worth noting that none of these were functional at the time, since the models were outdated and lacked local support for maintenance. After conducting a cost-benefit analysis, only 2 rigs were repaired, whereas the remaining equipment, including dam excavation machinery, was deemed unserviceable. The county also lacked a properly established and constituted climate change unit policy document as an action plan and requisite committee to guide sustainable practices. Through the dedicated efforts of my administration, we closed these gaps and complied with the national standards and secured eligibility for the first tranche of FLOCA fundings. Recognizing these issues, my government consistently allocated a significant portion of water budget to water resource development and management development of micro irrigation schemes, sewer system, sanitation management, environment, and natural resource conservation, as well as measure for climate change mitigation, adaptation, and resilience. With this budget allocation, we have made significant progress. We have drilled 33 boreholes, of which 17 are already equipped, rehabilitated 95 boreholes across the wards, including Mililu Primary Borehole in Cheleni, Kimutwa Borehole in Kalama, Zaini Primary Borehole in Kola, and Kitheone Borehole in Ikombe Ward. The silting of 130 dams across the county, such as Cheteni, Earth Dam, in Masinga Central, Kwatito, Earth Dam, in Mutituni Ward, Kwa Mutune Earth Dam in Mwala Makutano Road, just to mention a few. Rehabilitation and protected. We also rehabilitated and protected sea springs that have never been protected since inception. While this progress is substantial, we still have 77 defective boreholes requiring repair. To resolve this, my government is in the final stage of procuring repair materials and to test pumping units to ensure timely and cost-effective rehabilitation of boreholes. Ultimately, in line with water regulations and Water Act, all the boreholes will be handed over to the new established Machakos County Water and Sewerage Company to guarantee seamless maintenance and continuous water distribution to the end users. It is imperative to note that boreholes are just temporary solutions, while harnessing of surface water runoff remains the only savior to domestic soft water solutions and raw irrigation water solutions. I call upon the national government to extend the cleaning of Athi River, which supports the livelihood of most residents along the belt. To increase rainwater harvesting, the county, my administration, has undertaken construction of 40 wells and distributed 142 water tanks to ECD classes. Additionally, we have injected investments to address long-standing challenges with the Kitui Water and Sewer Company operation for Masinga Sub-County. Through the sustained engagement with the national government and Kitui County, the Ministry of Water has committed resources to enhance the intake at Masinga Dam via Tana Athi Water Service Board. My government has already commissioned the separation of the meters at Kamudhumba and rehabilitated the Kamudhumba trunk line, while preparations to implement the Masinga Kivad trunk line is in the current financial year are underway. In the current financial year budget, my government has provisioned funds for reticulation of high-yield Ngalalia borehole in Matungulu West Ward to boost water supply along the populous belt of Tala Town. A provision has also been made for distilling Muoni Dam in Kadhiani Sub-County. Further to boost water supply and availability, my government has launched a strategic initiative to construct 2 weirs in each of the 40 wards to strengthen more scale irrigation potential, prevent soil erosion, and improve water retention in catchment areas. In addition to this, projects, visibility studies are ongoing to identify priority areas for the engagement with the public and private sectors. On strengthening cooperative governance and compliance, my government is developing several critical policies, including Machakos Sustainable Sand Harvesting Policy and Requisite Bill, County Sanitation Bill and Addendum Policy, Machakos County Water Bill, review of the Climate Change Amendments of Act 2022, review of the Climate Change Funds Administration Regulations. Madam Speaker and honorable members, as stipulated in Article 43(1)(d), the Kenyan Constitution my administration remains firm in the quest to ensure every person enjoys right to clean and safe water in adequate quantities. To achieve this, my government has made comprehensive reforms to integrate operational structures and streamline county-owned water service providers into a unified framework under the newly formed Machakos Water and Sewer Company. Previously, water service providers operated without synergy or synchronized direction, with substantial governance, operational and financial deficiencies leading to accumulated debts, insolvency, and salary arrears for their staff. Such mode of operation has denied the companies and the county achieving water supply and sewerage strategic plans, which continue to fill up spaces in the office shelves. Reports from the Auditor General and the dedicated task force emphasized that fragmented operations and insufficiency were heavily undermining the service delivery. For example, under the multi-dwelling water arrangements, there has been serious concerns from residents on bulky meter fitted on the entire estate and holding companies which are not licensed by WASREP. Given the right to install meters and receive customer deposits, this does not only portend risk to the residents, but it is also a rich avenue for collusion and fraud. In response to these systematic challenges, my government, with the Senate County Public Service Investment Committee in 2023, my administration enacted swiftly for swift reforms. This include corporate structuring, robust financial accountability measures, and operational consolidation under the newly formed entity. This strategic approach ensures alignment with the national water policies and meets the needs to the electorate. I give my unfettered commitment and undertaking that all the union staff and the qualifying cadres with management levels of the six water companies which are being clustered will be transitioned into the new entity and fitted with organograms in the line with their qualification and experience. Additionally, we have embarked on the solarization of water infrastructure across the county to reduce electricity bills in pumping water. In line with this, the Department of Water is in the process of installing modules of water pumping plant, which will yield 120,000 liters of water per hour, translating to 960,000 liters per hour, hence cutting down the electricity cost bills for these companies. The department continues to shelter obsolete one of them is Matu, the Matu water. Yeah. The department continues to shelter obsolete equipment which continues to deteriorate the value, therefore posing the risk of vandalism for this end. I have directed the department to initiate asset disposal process as the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act, and utilize the proceeds to purchase new and efficient units. Madam Speaker, my government, through the county government, my government, through the county government, owned Machakos Water and Sanitation Company is working with African Development Bank to implement several projects with Machakos Sub-County. First, Machakos Sewer Project, which will construct sewer lines in Mutituni, Ngelani, Muvuti Kimakimwe, Machakos Central, Mumbuni North, Kalama Ward. This project is at 90% complete at a cost of 1 billion. Secondly, the ongoing Machakos Water Project is aimed at providing from the soon-to-be completed Migongoni Dam to Mutituni, Ngelani, Muvuti, Kimakimwe, Machakos Central, Mumbuni North, Kalama, Mua, Woz, and the Konza area. This project has contractual cost of 1.2 billion, is at 80% completion, awaiting the resolving of the land availability issues to complete the construction of the actual dam. To this end, my government is now working closely with all involved stakeholders to ensure this land issue is resolved immediately. In addition, the ongoing Kadhale Ikulu pipeline extension, which is at 76% complete, is expected to serve, as I said, Muvuti, Kimakimwe, and environs. The conditional liquidity support two projects is meant to boost the pumping capacity through the installation ultra-modern pump and provision of 3,000 smart meters. In Matungulu Kangundo sub-county, my administration through the county government owned Matungulu Kangundo Water and Sanitation Company is working with Water Sector Trust Fund to implement the Kangundo Urban Water Project, which will provide water in Kangundo Central, Kangundo Town, up to Siande Market at a cost of 13.5 million. This project is at 90% complete. In Yatta sub-county, my government is working with African Development Bank through Water Service Company to implement the NYS Matu Last Mile Connectivity Water Supply Line at a cost of 220 million, which will provide water to Kilimani, Ndalani, and Matu wards. This line will also serve the National Youth Service, Kilimani, Sofia, Matu, and Matu towns. The project is at 50% completion, awaiting new contractors to complete it. Additionally, my government is also undertaking Yatta Masinga last mile connectivity that will add Matu and Kivandini to the grid. In collaboration with the Tana Athi Water Service, my government has issued a letter of no objection for the proposed medium-sized Yatta Masinga water supply project. Upon materialization, this project, the perennial water shortages in the town of Kilimani, Sofia, and Matu, Masinga, Kalakala, Mavoloni, Ndalani, Kivandini, Kanyonyo, Kithioko, Kangonde, Kaiwa, Kiva, Katangi, Kikesa, Kenyatta, Ikombe, Chua, Ekatini will be a thing of the past. My administration has commenced distilling of Yatta Canal. In collaboration with the national government, construction of additional 225 cubic meters reinforced steel raised tank and solarization of the pumping system is currently ongoing. My government is working with the national government to start the implementation of the Yatta Earth Dam, which will greatly improve water supply in, as we said, in Yatta and Masinga. My administration is working on the county government, is working with the county government of Kitui to commission meter separation. Mavoko sub-county to commission meter separation. Mavoko sub-county in Mavoko sub-county, my government has distilled Portland Dam and is working with Athi Waterworks Development Agencies through Mavoko Water and Sanitation Company to implement Kapa Mulolongo water pipeline project, which will provide water to Mulolongo, Syokimau, which in Mulolongo now people are already drinking fresh water. That's Mulolongo, including Kapa AIC Kasina. This project is 45% complete and will cost 90 million. In Githunguri and Sabaki estates, we have initiated the last mile connectivity engagement. In addition, implementation of Utawala Water Extension Project at a cost of 35 million and Kamulu Water Extension Project to serve Mudwani and Kamulu at a cost of 20 million are both ongoing. Joska Water Expansion Project will serve the people of Mudwani and Joska area at a cost of 10 million. This project is at 94%. Madam Speaker, in Mwala sub-county, my government is working with Athi Waterworks Development Agencies and Tana Athi Waterworks Development, preparing with African Development Bank through the county government-owned Mwala Water, sorry, it's a repetition. My administration is fully committed to efforts in combating climate change. We have developed the Machakos County Climate Change Action Plan 2022-2023, addressing the issues such as water conservation, sustainable agriculture, and environmental restoration. Through the dedicated tree planting campaign, we have distributed 45,000 fruit trees, 69,000 indigenous trees seedlings, 100,500 cuttings, tubers and vegetable seedlings to achieve the global 10% forest cover standards. We continue uplifting communication with we continue uplifting communities with 1,600 clean cooking stoves, 48,800 hermetic bags, 1,420 6 kg gas cylinders, 2,160 solar lanterns, while implementing 6,410 kg gas cylinder distribution schemes to curb deforestation. On environment matters, my administration has developed the following bills and policies: amendment of the Sand Act 2022, development of the Draft Regulations 2025, development of the County Environment Action Plan 2022, development of State of Environment Report 2022, and signed the Devolved Forest Transitional Implementation Plan, that is TIPS. My administration in this process of my administration is in the process of developing a policy document that will ensure mainstreaming of climate change initiatives in all county operations. For example, promoting paperless communication, rainwater harvesting, and tree planting, among others. Building on the development above, my administration is absolutely committed to increasing water provision coverage in Machakos County from the current 28% to 35%. This initiative are essential for ensuring Machakos County meets the national obligations and sustainable development goals regarding water development, climate resilience, sustainable management of our vital water resources. Devolution. Madam Speaker and honorable members, in the true spirit of the 2010 Constitution, does not reside on distant corridors of power. The true spirit of the 2010 Constitution does not reside in the distant corridor of powers. It lives in our villages, in our wards, in our daily realities of the people of Machakos. We are not a government confined to offices. We are a government that serves your doorstep. The Department of Devolution and Administration remains the vital bridge between our people and the government. Today, I am proud to report that measurable progress in decentralization, accountability, and citizen protection. Bringing government closer to the people, sub-county administrations. Madam Speaker and honorable members, we have moved from promises to brick and mortar implementation. Through our one government approach, we are constructing a modern sub-county administrative offices blocks that consolidate devolved services, health, water, agriculture, education under one roof, just to mention a few. Our progress is clear. There's Kadhiani sub-county office, which is 95%, Masinga sub-county, 50%, Matungulu sub-county, 45%, and Didine sub-county office. Our commitment is to farm. Every financial year, we will construct 2 additional sub-county blocks until every resident can access services locally, efficiently, and with dignity. Devolution must not require transport fare. It must reach the citizens. Ngarisha mtaa na mama, cleanliness with purpose. Madam Speaker and honorable members, our environment is our heritage and our youth are our responsibility. Through the Ngarisha Mtaa na Mama initiative, aligned with the Machakos County Environment Act of 2022, we have created structured green jobs for youth, women, and persons with disability. To date, 1,200 young people across Masinga, Yata, Kadhiani, Mwala are actively engaged. This program is more than waste management. It is crime prevention, it is drug abuse intervention, it is economic empowerment. When young people earn their dignity, communities become safer and stronger. Madam Speaker, Machakos County has become a model of accountable governance. In April 2024, we joined the Open Governance Partnership, OGP, committing ourselves to transparency and civic participation. In 2025, our reforms earned international recognition through the Voice Business Summit and Achievers Award. And I had the honor of representing Machakos globally in Brazil. We had the honor of representing Machakos in Brazil under the OGP program. We are the only county in Kenya to achieve this level of international validation in civic accountability. Further, our strong institution performance enabled us to qualify for the Level 1 grant under the World Bank funded Kenya Devolution Support Program, KDSP, having met all performance and accountability standards. Integrity delivers results. Inspectorate and enforcement reforms. Madam Speaker, economic growth thrives where there is law and order. When I assumed office, Inspectorate Department was undersourced. Today, we have increased personnel from 216 to 413 officers, targeting 995 for full coverage. We trained 200 recruits in professionalism, communication, and discipline. Re-equipped and rebranded departments, eliminating imposters and restoring public trust. We have strengthened enforcement while upholding dignity and fairness. Firefighting, emergency services, and disaster management. Madam Speaker and honorable members, emergency response is measured in minutes, and minutes save lives. From the outset of my administration, we resolved that Machakos would build a modern, professional, and international benchmark emergency response system. With my first 100 days, we initiated construction of Chumbi Fire Station and Rescue Center. Along this Nairobi-Mombasa highway, today it stands as a regional center of excellence. As a result, response time within the corridor has reduced to under 10 minutes. Rescue coordination in Mavoko and surrounding growth areas has significantly improved. Machakos ranked the first among 47 counties in 2022-2023 in the emergency response performance standards, earning recognition from the First Responders Support Network internationally. For the first time since devolution, we recruited 20 additional professional firefighters, restored 2 fire engines grounded for 3 years, refurbished fire stations in Mavoko and Matu, equipped personnel with modern gear and protective equipment. Our teams have undergone advanced training in hazardous materials handling, industrial firefighting, rope rescue, water search and rescue, and confined space operations. We are no longer reactive. We are prepared. As Machakos grows economically and industrially, we continue to expand emergency infrastructure, modernize equipment, and strengthen disaster preparedness framework to ensure no life is lost due to delayed response. Madam Speaker, devolution in Machakos is not a rhetoric. It is infrastructure and it is employment. It is transparency. It is safety. We are building structures. We are empowering communities. We are protecting lives. We are restoring trust in public services. Together, we are building a safer, cleaner, more accountable, and more prosperous Machakos County. And together, we shall continue moving forward. Madam Speaker and honorable members, my administration remains anchored in the fundamental truth that government is about presence. We are not merely managing a county. We are honoring our 2010 Constitution by dismantling the barriers between the high offices and the humble citizens. The one government approach as I've said, we have the one government approach where we have The one government, we have moved from beyond rhetoric to bricks and mortars, reality of services delivery, and we are currently establishing sub-county administrative blocks, as mentioned earlier, for one-stop shop. Our commitment is unwavering. We have institutionalized a plan to construct, as I said, 2 more offices and in other 2 counties. Madam Speaker, I stand before you as the first woman governor to receive international acclaim for open governance. Machakos is no longer just a local player, but we are a global benchmark for transparency. I stand before you, as I said, about open governance. International laurel of our commitment was vindicated in the early 2025 when we received Voice Business Summit of Achievers, as mentioned earlier. Institution of Voice, we have drafted customer service policy and public participation guidelines, ensuring that citizen engagement is legal right, not political favor. Fiscal discipline. Transparency must be matched by technical excellence. I am proud to report that under the Kenya Devolution Support Program, KDSP, the partnership with the World Bank, Machakos has been, again, qualified for a grant. We have met every performance together. We have met the performance target and minimum conditions required, proving that the financial management and institutional accountability are international standards. Manpower. Manpower. We inherited a skeleton of 216 officers. We have nearly doubled this to 413, a strategic target of 995 officers to ensure total coverage. Professionalism. In 2023, we conducted 2-week training, as I mentioned earlier, of inspectorate recruit focusing on public relations and revenue enforcement. Madam Speaker, in disaster, sorry, a bit mixed up my papers. Madam Speaker, I move to trade and industry. I move to trade and industry. Trade, industry, SME, tourism, and digital economy. Madam Speaker and honorable members, my administration recognizes that the Department of Trade and Industry, SMEs, and Tourism and Digital Economy represents the heartbeat of Machakos. We are not just merely managing departments. We are shaping a future of shared prosperity, dignity, and global competitiveness. Madam Speaker, on investment and industrial development, Machakos is now a major player in the national economic development. Since assuming office, we have grown our contribution to the national GDP from 2.8 in 2022 to a significant 3.2%. This is not just by a chance. It is as a result of instituting industrial and friendly policies and creating favorable business environment. Consequently, we host one of the most industrialized zones in the region with one of 4 active enterprises in Athi River EPZ. Further, we continue to attract foreign direct investment from our diaspora engagements, such as Kitonga Resorts in Mwala and the Dihus, which costed, like the 3.3 billion, the Who's Animal Nutrition Factory in Athi River. We are among the leading top 5 in the implementation of county aggregation and industrial park, that is KIPES. We are currently at 74.4%. Our efforts to facilitate aftercare and service with investors, we have convened investor roundtable sessions. This industry roundtable, held in 2024, created a platform where my administration engaged in sectoral discussions with 400 investors. From this session, we identified regulatory and compliance issues that have informed policy intervention and engagement across sectors and stakeholders. My administration has engaged in key national government stakeholders, specifically the Kenya Power and KETRACO, to consider introducing dedicated night tariff time for the industrial zones and the development of Athi River substation for grid and power stabilization. This will reduce the constant power surges. To open up the industrial zone, my administration has developed a major road arteries such as the Airways Kinka and Gossip Road. In recognition of the need to provide physical incentives to our investors, my government has submitted an application to the Special Economic Zone Authority to have new Machakos City gazetted as a special economic zone. Stimulus, we are also engaging with Export Processing Zone Authority, EPZ, to establish an EPZ with new Machakos City. The county is actively engaged, the county is actively engaging business membership organizations like the Kenya Association of Manufacturers and the Chamber of Commerce and Industry to further streamline industrial development. In collaboration with the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, my government has sought to establish a world-class manufacturing center of excellence in Athi River, which will standardize international best practices in manufacturing and provide opportunities for technology and knowledge transfer. Innovation is key pillar to our development strategy. To ensure innovation, my administration has established Machakos Innovation Hub in Machakos Town. The hub seeks to streamline the innovation ecosystem in the county. On market development, we have constructed and secured national government funding for 22 modern ESP markets, 12 of which are already under construction. The Department of Trade and External Relations has constructed 8 market sheds, including one in Ikalakala Market, Kadhama Market, Kivani Market, one in Lita, and another one in Athi River. In financial year 2023-2024, my government, in partnership with Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition Gain, constructed a cold room at the Machakos Marikiti Market with 1,500 crates storage capacity. On the digital frontier and empowerment, Madam Speaker and honorable members, my government has embarked on bringing the gap between the traditional trade and the 21st century digital economy. We launched the Atriva Digital Hub, a 70-seater technology center. We are expanding this model to Matu, serving youth from Masinga and part of Mwala. And Yatta. Yeah, that's Masinga, Yatta, and Mwala sub-counties to enhance access to digital opportunities across Machakos. My government has partnered with leading digital ecosystem players to ensure real pathways from training to economic participation. For instance, our MOU with Kilimall International Limited will train 2,000 youth in eco-commerce and digital marketing, equip them with start and scale online businesses, develop a center of excellence in e-commerce for the county, establish a logical center and collection point across the county. We have also partnered with Brighter Monday Kenya, the leading East African recruitment platform, to strengthen employment pathways. Thus far, 1,700 youth under Machakos Youth Service Program have also been trained in entrepreneurship and employability with certificates that enhance their credibility in job market. Through this partnership, we will establish a job bureau that will aggregate all positions available for the county to match our skilled youth with global employment. Create database of all youth with their various skills available to existing and potential employers and match this youth with existing opportunities. Provide career guidance and CV preparation support for our youth. And create employers linkages and provide digital tools to enhance employment. Now I want to repeat that. Create employer linkages, provide digital tools that enhance employment. On SME development, with the increasing number of SMEs in Machakos County, my administration realized the need for a dedicated department to small businesses development. My government has facilitated market linkages both locally and regionally through the Trade Expo. SMEs have participated in East African Community regional trade fairs in Bujumbura, Burundi, Juba, South Sudan, and Nairobi, Kenya. I am happy to report that overall best exhibitors during the East African Trade Fair held in Juba, Sudan, in October 2024, came from Machakos County. Ever since, we continuously receive recognition both locally and internationally. In order to boost the Juakali sector in my government, we have constructed over 59 border shades and refurbished over 40 of them. Procured 3,000 outdoor parasols and 2,000 branded aprons for all the small-scale traders. Developed Machakos Biashara application. A digital point of sale system to help SMEs track inventory and sell in real time. My government has constructed 8 modern bus stops. 8 modern bus stops along Chumbi Road at the river Makadara to improve the mobility infrastructure. This has promoted decency and order on the road due to well-designated drop and pick-up points. Madam Speaker and honorable members, in tourism, promotion and development. Machakos is branding as a premier meeting and incentives and conference and events destination. For the first time, we have mapped 265 attraction sites and are developing a county tourist master plan. When I assumed office, there was no data on the number of attraction sites in the county. My administration has mapped out all attraction, cultural, and heritage sites. This information has been compiled into a tourist circuit booklet offering different route plans. The Department of Culture and Tourism has never had a county tourist master plan. My administration is in the process of developing Machakos County Tourism Plan aimed at position Machakos as the premier destination for both domestic and international tourism. The strength of this county's hospitality sector on the national space has been further recognized following accreditation by Tourist Regulatory Board. Machakos County emerged in the top Lower Eastern region, earning 10 gold rating for our hotels, 8 silver, and 14 bronze. My administration has also partnered with Tourism Fund and trained 198 staff from the various establishments across the county. My government has fully renovated and equipped Machahood. My vision is to transform this facility into a world-class film production hub, providing free recording services to the talented youth to further their careers and creative arts. We are spearheading the development We are spearheading the development of the official Akamba cultural attire, a symbol of our shared unity that will be launched at the upcoming SEKEB Summit. All support infrastructure within Machakos People's Park is routinely maintained and renovated for optimal operations and service for the visitors. Due to the tear and wear, we will continually renovate the perimeter wall to safeguard the security of visitors and public property within the park using sustainable materials that are not prone to vandalism. In wildlife and national park management, my administration has been working closely with the national government and Kenya Wildlife Service on the management of key infrastructure, including Ondonyo Sabuk National Park. My administration has also held constructive consultation with the national government and the Kenya Wildlife in bid to open the proposed Lower Eastern Gate to the Nairobi National Park. Under my administration, my government has developed and launched an official tourism website to serve as central digital marketing and to serve as a central digital marketing and information hub. This platform will promote hospitality, accommodation, facilities, tour operators, attraction sites, events, as well as investment opportunities within the county. Youth, sports, gender, social welfare. The future is now. Madam Speaker and honorable members, under my administration, Machakos County has transcended traditionally governance to embrace a bold, transformative agenda centered on great assets, the youth of the county. We have moved beyond seeing young people as we have moved from seeing young people as demographic to be managed instead of recognizing them as the engine of our economic and social resilience. I want to repeat again. We have moved from beyond seeing young people as a demographic to be managed. Instead, we recognize them as the engine of our economic and social renaissance. By elevating youth and sports to a fully fledged department, we have signaled our commitment to focus leadership and deliberate in investments. We believe that a skilled youth population is a backbone of a resilient economy. Our initiatives are designed to bridge the gap between potential and opportunity through 21st century skill acquisition and social infrastructure. As part of my government's agenda to empower the youth through skill training and exposure to entrepreneurial opportunities, I launched the Machakos Youth Service, a model empowerment program whose impact is already being felt across Machakos County. In the previous year, we trained 1,000 youth. This year, we have training 1,700 youth from across the 256 villages. We did not look at who they knew. We looked at their willingness to serve. We trained them. We disciplined them. We gave them skills. The ones that we gave them skills in plumbing, masonry, and ICT. Upon graduation, we gave them startup kits worth 15 million. We are job creators, not job seekers. These young people are now building our county. And the others are in college. The others are continuing the training. Sports of Machakos is no longer just a pastime. It is a multi-million shilling industry and a viable career path. We are building ecosystem that scouts talent at the world level and projects into the global stage. Governor Wavinya's Cup talent pipeline. The Governor Wavinya Cup has become a phenomenon of discipline and investments. Over the 3 editions and the tournaments involved 1,950 teams, 42,900 players, drawing over 1,000 fans. We have awarded over 34 million in prize money. Monitoring reports confirm that winning teams are investing these funds into enterprise that uplift the entire communities. The 3rd edition integrated greening into sports, resulting in a planting of 4,000 trees across the county. Madam Speaker and honorable members, our scouting system is yielding tangible results. We celebrate Kwandanze girls volleyball team, who we facilitated to become African champions. In Morocco, our football scouting has seen players transition from local clubs to national premier leagues and even international prospects. For instance, Lorna Faith selected for Harambee Starlet with prospects to join at Atletico Madrid women. Emmanuel Rumpe, scouted by Brauzuca AFC in Brazil. Felix Mwendwa earned a life-changing opportunity in Spain, just to mention a few. To sustain this momentum, we are investing in hardware that rivals international standards. We signed an MOU with the Kenya Football Federation to establish 600 million world-class technical center in Machakos City. This facility will feature 3 FIFA standard pitches, a specialized sports hospital, and accommodation. Additionally, work is underway on the multi-purpose hub featuring an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Additionally, work is underway on our multi-purpose hub featuring Olympic-sized swimming pool phase 1 and 35,000 capacity outdoor stadium in phase 2. We have already upgraded 20 grounds, including Tala Township Matu, and part of our global reach to 80, we graded 80 facilities in the county. That's 2 per ward. Madam Speaker, as we look towards the future, my administration is focused on the gains through Machakos County Sports Act and the Youth Empowerment Act. We are moving from the ad hoc success to a structured grassroots to elite framework. The Governor's Cup will expand to include darts, pool, volleyball, athletics, and netball. We will set up the Wall of Fame, where we will immortalize our legends and current stars to inspire the next generation academy players under 15 and under 17. My government is keen on leveraging our history with WRC Safari Rally to develop a motorsport tourism arena. During the tournament, we have already reached 5,273 youth with HIV/AIDS testing, mental health support, GBV counseling. This commitment is to the whole person remains priority. Madam Speaker, our target is to scale up training to reach 10,000 youth annually across agribusiness, creative arts, and technology. We will also host annual mega youth conference to bridge gap between the innovators and investors. We have also drawn elaborate plans to establish youth drop-in centers in every sub-county to provide safe space for career guidance and personal growth. By connecting grassroots energy with a formal policy and world-class infrastructure, we are not just playing games. We are positioning Machakos as a regional powerhouse of talent and a model for inclusive development. This future of Machakos is young. The future of Machakos is young, skilled, and unstoppable. Madam Speaker, the Department of Gender and Social Welfare has been instrumental in enhancing sustainable development, gender mainstreaming for the equality and equity through the inclusion of all the development agendas in our county. This is achieved through the livelihood improvement and restoration of dignity to the needy and the vulnerable members of our county. We have empowered 440 community groups with chairs, tents, water tanks, enabling them to generate income. We distributed wheelchairs and clutches to 276 persons with their disabilities, the highest number since devolution. We are building a county where no one is left behind, where every citizen is valued regardless of their ability. Madam Speaker and honorable members, my government is judged by how it treats the most vulnerable. My administration is committed to leave no one behind. The Machakos Gender-Based Violence Recovery Center is now a national benchmark, where is a national benchmark, solarized for efficiency and fully equipped to provide survivors support. We have established 35 technical working groups to ensure justice and healing. For the first time since devolution, my government conducted a mass registration of differently abled persons and issued assorted assistive devices, as I said, to 276 individuals with plans to scale up. We plan to scale up to 500 in the coming year. We also issued, as mentioned, 1,041 specialized, we also gave bursary to the children able differently. My administration has taken a deliberate measure to reach out to elderly and downtrodden members of our society by providing basic needs. So far, we have provided 3,000 elderly citizens with food and essential supplies, constructed 57 decent homes for most vulnerable households, issued 864 solar water purifiers to young mothers to eradicate waterborne diseases. Honorable members, we are nearing the completion of Mavoko and Athi River Social Hall. These modern hubs are not merely buildings, they are grassroots engines for civic engagement, cultural expression, and the delivery of county services. Our vision is to extend establishing of social halls in every sub-county. In the financial year 2024-2025, we successfully trained also 400 youth in e-commerce, 400 youth in motorcycle riding, and 400 youth in vehicle driving, providing them with licenses necessary flourish in the transport providing them with the necessary licenses, with the licenses necessary to flourish in the motor sector. Furthermore, 100 youth groups were equipped with car wash machines and tanks to kick-start immediate entrepreneurial adventures. My government has committed to scale up these programs in the current financial year. Our goal is to train 3,000 youth, 1,000 in digital, which is e-commerce, 1,000 in border, and 1,000 in professional driving, to create clear pathways for resilience. Madam Speaker, education and ECD. one of my key planks is to campaign. One of my key things in campaign was the vision to promote access to quality education. My foundational conviction was to access to quality education is not a luxury, but the cornerstone of our social economic transformation. Madam Speaker and honorable members, one of my key plans of campaign was the vision to promote access to quality education. My foundational conviction was that access to quality education is not a luxury, but a cornerstone to our social economic transformation. Today, I can report that the state of education in Machakos County is stronger, more inclusive and more innovative than ever before. We have moved from beyond rhetoric to implement a leave no learner behind, transforming schools from mere buildings into centers of hope and opportunity. Madam Speaker, my administration recognizes that a hungry child cannot learn. To ensure our youngest citizens reach their full potential, we institutionalized the Early Childhood Development and Education (ECD) feeding program. Since 2023, our learners have received milk twice weekly and nutritious daily regime of rice and beans. The impact was immediate and profound. Enrollment skyrocketed from 34,720 in 2023 to 42,522 in 2026, a staggering of 22% in growth. A case in point is Ngwata ECD Center in Mulolongo, where enrollment surged from 40 children to 100 learners, almost overnight. This is concrete proof that when a government removes barriers to access, our families respond. Madam Speaker, beyond nutrition, we are building the hardware of early learning. In 3 years, we have established 26 new ECD centers across all the 9 sub-counties. Further, we have aligned our budget to construct 130 new classrooms and renovate 28 existing structures in the coming cycle. Through the strategic partnership, we have digitized our ECD centers, through our strategic partner, we have digitized our ECD centers. Teachers have been issued with tablets. Over 2,500 educators have been trained in competence-based education, CBE, and digital literacy, ensuring that our children are competitive in the 21st century global economy. Under the previous regime, the county bursary program was a shadow of what it should have been, underfunded at about 40 million shillings and plagued by poor management. We changed that. We doubled the allocation to 80 in our first year and further increased to 120 million annually. I am proud to announce that we are now targeting 160 million. To ensure no bright child is dimmed by poverty. Through the bursary program, 73,031 secondary school learners have benefited, while 3,887 university learners have received bursary. 2,927 college students and 1,035 learners with special needs have so far received bursary. Madam Speaker, for the decades, Machakos lacked formal daycare, forcing mothers to choose between work and safety for their children. Today, in collaboration with partners, we have launched 3 flagship daycare centers. The Machakos, the Matu Center are already operational, providing a safe haven for 260 children, enabling their parents to participate fully in the workforce. Furthermore, we are finalizing a comprehensive scheme of service for ECD teachers. No longer will our educators be stagnated in one single job group. We are creating clear career pathways to ensure those who mold our children's minds are motivated, respected, and properly compensated. Honorable members, our youth are the heartbeat of Machakos. To protect them from the despair of unemployment, we have modernized our 43 vocational training centers, the VCTs. My administration has established a center of excellence in every sub-county, including new hubs in Chevaloki, at the river, and Masinga. These centers are now equipped with modern workshop, dormitories, and even heavy-duty trucks for professional driving classes. For over the past 3 years, 7,137 trainees have enrolled in market-driven courses. From these market-driven courses, from mechanics and welding to ICT and beauty therapy. Machakos Youth Service, MYS, a new dawn. The Machakos Youth Service is perhaps our most transformative intervention. It is a 4-stage journey designed to turn vulnerability into leadership. The first step, boot camp. Instilling discipline, patriotism, and mindset change. Number 2, specialized training in 10 technical fields at our centers of excellence. Number 3, certification, trade testing to meet in national industrial standards. Number 4, community service. Trainees earn a stipend of 4,700 while cleaning our towns and conserving our environment, culminating in graduation with a startup kit to launch their own businesses. The financial year 2024-2025, we enrolled 1,000 youth. This year, that number grew to 1,700. We are on track to recruit 2,500 in the next cycle. We are also adapting the orange economy by introducing courses in content creation, event management, and DJing. Madam Speaker, I have been named among the 100 top influential women in Africa, besides receiving the Voters' Choice 2025 Award of the Youth Empowerment. We have also been ranked the top 7 performing counties in automation of citizen service delivery among top 2 in the employment creation in incentives by Vision 2030 Delivery Secretariat. You realize that these are not just personal accolades, but rather collective achievements that cannot be unnoticed. These are certificates of approval for the work we have done together as a county. My administration is not just building classrooms. We are building a legacy. We are not just giving bursary. We are restoring dignity. We are not just training youth. We are powering the now and the future of Machakos. Lands and housing, physical planning, and urban development. Madam Speaker, honorable members, when I took the mantle of leadership, I inherited a landscape of untapped potential and lack of legal documentation, which held our people back. We have moved with speed to address the situation. I am proud to report that we have identified and sorted 50,000 first-generation title deeds in collaboration with the National Machakos Registry, that's the national government. Already 10,000 beneficiaries have collected these vital documents, transforming the said documents into engines of credit and generational wealth. In Machakos, the verification of Mulolongo Phase 3 is complete, with 1,305 letters of allotment already issued and an additional 1,800 scheduled for release within the next 90 days. We are ending the era of land uncertainty. To enable our citizens secure land ownership, documentation, and orderly development, my administration has commenced preparation of local, physical, and land use development plan. The part development plans have been prepared for 80 markets across the county, 2 per ward. The notice of intention to plan already established. I launched the market survey exercise on the 12th November 2024 in Kabam Market in Mwala Sub-County. These markets include Kikesa Yata Sub-County, Itunduimoni in Masinga, Mudhedheni in Mwala, Kawedhei in Kangundo, Matuma Amwetu in Matungulu, Ondonyo Sabuk, Ole Sheikh in Mavoko Sub-County, Zaikoni in Kadhiani, and Kola Kola in Kalama Sub-County. Madam Speaker, to accelerate development, we must broaden our horizon. My administration has launched the draft Machakos County valuation roll. To accelerate development, we must broaden our horizon. My administration has launched the Machakos valuation roll in 2024. For nearly 2 decades, Mavoko was the only rateable sub-county. By expanding this to the entire county, we are creating dependable register of rateable properties that will expand our revenue base. The new valuation roll register establishes the Machakos County as got 372,200 properties with a conservative projected annual land rate revenue of 5.9 billion compared to what was there before, 71,654 properties, rateable parcels of land with annual rateable revenue of 391 million. We are the first administration to initiate 10-year county spatial plan. This GIS-based framework ensures that resource allocation is not a matter of guesswork, but scientific planning. We have already prepared part development plans for 80 markets across the county, 2 per ward, ensuring traders, for example, I've given you the examples of the ones that I did, Kola, Matu, and beyond, in the structured plan environment. Madam Speaker and honorable members, my vision for modern administrative hubs is becoming a reality. We have approved sites for world-class institutions, including I'm thinking of hospital, ultra-modern football, Kenya, decentralized. Madam Speaker, the Department of Public Works has been operating from a condemned building in the demotivated Can I take some water? To eliminate the middleman culture, we are in the final stages of launching automated development application management. The speech is also long, one can get tired. One can also get tired, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. One can also get tired. Yeah. And it's my first one. To eliminate the middleman culture, we are in the final stages of launching automated development application management systems, ADAMS. This portal will make building approval and land application transparent, efficient, and accountable. We have transitioned from the county with only 4 surveyors to 4 planners to a robust department of 34 new technical professionals, manning lands offices in all the sub-counties. We are championing the opening of land registries in Niata and Mavoko to bring services closer to the people. We are also just planning for the next, we are not just planning for the next election. We are planning for the next generation. And I want to know that. We are not just planning for the next election. We are planning for the next generation. We are building a Machakos where every citizen has a title in their pocket, a plan for their land, and a roof over their heads. To enhance sustainable solid waste management, we have designed and implemented a community cleanup exercise dubbed Ngarisha Mta. This is now for urban, yeah, with over 3,000 women, with engaged over 3,000 women and youth annually, creating employment creating employment. Initiated in the process of outsourcing waste management across the 3 county municipalities to ensure that efficiency, professionalism, and service delivery in key. I'm saying we have initiated the process of outsourcing waste collect across the 3 municipalities. This is to ensure efficiency, professionalism, and service delivery, since garbage collection is not our core business. We have entered into a memorandum of understanding with institutions such as Uwezo College, Machakos Institute of Technology, and Machakos University, and Kenya Red Cross Society to participate in regular cleanups for days and strengthen technical capacity, innovation, and community engagement in waste management. Madam Speaker, the Department of Public Works has also been operating on condemned building, resulting in demotivated staff. The vital infrastructure projects had been paralyzed for a decade due to non-payments. In the energy sector, we are focused on critical empowerment management, where 80%, I'm talking about lights now. In the light industry, in our lighting department, in the energy sector, we face critical power mismanagement, where more than 80% of our market lights were off, while the county was being billed for over 1,400 electrical meters, many belonging to counties or private entities. Today, I can confidently state that my government has turned that legacy of debt into record of developments. We have replaced the decay with stability and dysfunctional with decisive, transparent management. Under the department, Again, as under the Department of Public Works, my administration has successfully designed and supervised 267 projects across all departments. I am proud to announce that 201 of these projects are complete and already serving the people of Machakos. In reaffirming our commitment to infrastructure excellence, my government delivered a new departmental office block, renovated Matu County Lodge, and modernized the county mechanical garage with solar and power and CCTV security. This is for the Department of Public Works. We are progressively completing the new county headquarters, which will be a one-stop shop for citizens services. Furthermore, we are constructing the governors and the later deputies governors' official residence to comply with SRC guidelines. Honorable members, our technical team is now among the best in Kenya, as I said before. Madam Speaker, I would like to touch something more also on lighting. To the end of our resilience of this, my administration initiated rigorous, I said physical audit of meters where we found a lot of rot. We found that we were paying electricity for 1,409 meters. When we did our verification, they came to 381 meters. This surgical intervention has reduced our annual electricity bill from 300 million to 105 million. I want to repeat. My administration initiated a rigorous physical audit and we exposed rot. We were paying for meters belonging to neighboring counties and private individuals. We have slashed the number of active accounts from 1,409 to 381 verified meters. This surgical intervention has reduced our annual electricity bill from 3 million to 105, saving the taxpayers 200 million. We have already settled 151 million in obligation, including the total inherited Kenya power and lighting bills. To end, Madam Speaker, to end our resilience on the expensive national grid, we have installed solar floodlights, 136, solarized governor's office, and level 4 hospital in Kadhiani and Matu. Initiated public and private partnership to construct a solar plant in the Machakos city to generate and offset the future bills. My vision for energy is not limited to urban centers. Through the Matching Fund program with REREC, we have mapped 56 villages benefiting 3,185 households from transformer maximization over the next 5 years. To date, we have already connected 422 households in Mavoko, Kadhiani, Yatta, and Masinga. Furthermore, we have distributed 2,000 clean cooking stoves across all the 40 wards to protect the health of our mothers and our environments. To ensure these gains are permanent, my administration is developing 3 foundational blueprints: the County Energy Plan, the Clean Sustainable Energy Policy, and the County Works Policy. Madam Speaker and honorable members, when I assumed leadership of this great county in 2022, I inherited a public service in crisis. Coordination was an alien concept. Departments operated as isolated islands. Accountability was distant memory. Staff morale had hit rock bottom, and consequently, the public confidence in the government had withered. I knew then, as I know now, that you cannot deliver a first-class county with a third-class administration structure. Sustainable development is impossible without a motivated, disciplined, and professional workforce. Today, I am proud to report that we have restored order. We have moved from culture of apathy to a culture of excellence. Policy and institutional reforms. Governance is not about guesswork. It is about frameworks. My administration has developed and operationalized 9 transformative policy frameworks and comprehensive citizen service delivery charters. These instruments, covering everything from human resource procedures, sessional management, to sexual harassment policies, have been brought to decorum at the workplace. For the first time, our staff have a clear path for growth. Our citizens have the benchmark to hold us accountable. We have replaced the silo mentality with a standardized, transparent system that ensures every officer knows their duty and every citizen knows their right. Verification of certificates exercise. Madam Speaker, sir. Oh, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, sir. Our government is only credible as the people who serve in it. In alignment with the resolution of the SRC 3rd Wage Bill Conference in 2024, I commissioned a comprehensive audit of our staff to authenticate certificates. Primary and secondary school, we submitted 7,930 certificates to NEC for authentication, exposing 122 documents, fraudulent documents so far. Higher education, we submitted 3,995 college and university certificates, 86 institutions and 86 institutions. From there, the 1,129 responses received so far 19 fake certificates were identified. My government has already completed disciplinary procedures for the affected staff, resulting in the termination of their employment. We are sending a clear message in the Machakos Public Service that there is no room for shortcuts. We value competence, not counterfeit credentials. Staff welfare. Honorable members, a motivated workforce is a productive workforce. My administration has ended an era of injustice regarding staff benefits. On medical and WIBA coverage, we inherited a staggering 40 million in claims from 2015 to 2022 because a WIBA cover simply did not exist. This was an injustice to our workers. Today, we have comprehensive scheme in place with 14 current cases being processed under full protection. For the first time also in our county, we have provided benevolent support for 82 staff beneficiaries amounting to 6.5 million. Dignity in retirement. We found massive gaps in pension remittance to CPF and LAV fund. We are now systematically bridging the gap to ensure our retirees receive their benefits without delay. Reliability. The days of persistent salary delays are over. We have prioritized timely payments and consistent remittance of statutory deduction because a worker is worthy of their hire. Training. One of the major gaps I identified after assuming office was glaring inconsistency in the staff development in the public service. Consequently, my government initiated the following. We trained 2,300 staff, 31% of our workforce, in leadership, technical skills, and mandatory compliance. Sponsored 740 officers to attend continuous professional development CPD conferences, ensuring our professionals remain in the cutting edge of their field. Through our industrial attachment program, we have mentored 3,075 students, providing with the practical experience needed to thrive in the modern economy. In the current financial year, we target to train an additional 2,025 employees, including our lower cadre staff. Performance. Madam Speaker, my government has implemented robust performance management system that cascades targets from the executive level down to the individual officers. This is now entering a third cycle guided by Advisory Council of eminent persons. Departments have been ranked and awards given to the best performance and sanctions applied to the poor performers. Further to this, my administration is currently rolling out integrated online performance platform to digitize appraisals and tracking. Staff promotions. Madam Speaker and honorable members, I do appreciate that the staff need to be promoted in order that they may reap benefits of employment. I mentioned that my administration is about fixing broken systems. One of these areas most deserving my attention is staff promotions. I promised my staff that historical injustice of lack of promotion would be addressed. I have done so, including the healthcare staff that I have mentioned. The County Public Service Board has promoted 432 employees who had stagnated in the same grade for over 7 years. In financial year 2026-2027, we are preparing to promote those of our staff who have stagnated for 5, 4, 6, 5, and 4 years. I encourage these staff members who have not applied for promotion to apply to the County Public Service Board. We must do the right thing in relation with our staff. Confronting the wage bill. Madam Speaker, our wage bill is heavy, largely due to inherited healthcare workers, CBAs, and court rulings. However, we are not making excuses. We are taking action through these measures. As of June 2024, we realized 100% compliance with the Human Resource Information System. We have completely phased out manual payrolls. I say, we have completely phased out manual payrolls, eliminating ghost workers, vulnerabilities, and ensuring every shilling spent on the wages is verified and accounted for. Automating on-source revenue to increase the denominators in our fiscal equation. Madam Speaker, we have transitioned from paper-based disorganization past to a secure, digitized, and professional future. We are not just managing a county, we are building a legacy of excellence. We have restored order. In doing so, we have restored hope. In conclusion, the call to finish the job. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, as I conclude, let us look at the scorecard. 3.5 years ago, we started this journey. We inherited a grounded ship, but today the engines are roaring. We have fixed the revenue systems and grew our collection by 41%. We have brought the machines to fix the roads and graded over 3,500 kilometers. We have stocked our hospitals with Kenya shillings 290 million worth of medicines. We have employed over 500 new healthcare workers. We have put money in the pockets of our farmers through subsidized seeds and better coffee prices. But a foundation is not a house. The work is not yet done. The cost of living is still a challenge. The cost of living is still a challenge. We must do more to shield our people. We must pave more roads. We must connect more water. We must ensure every child stays in school. The question before us is simple. Do we stop now, or do we turn back when the vehicle has just started moving? I say no. We have cleared the bush. Now is the time to plant. We must build the walls. Now we must roof the house. I call upon this honorable House to fast-track the bills before you. The Inspectorate Bill, to reorganize the enforcement, the Finance Bill, to resource our projects, the Investment Cooperation Bill, to bring jobs to the youth. I call upon the people of Machakos. I call upon the people of Machakos. The journey to a greater Machakos started 3 years ago. And 3.5 years ago. I say it again. I call upon the people of Machakos. The journey to a greater Machakos started 3.5 years ago. It continues until 2032. We have the vision. We have the vision. We have the competence. We have the track record. Let us finish the job. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Machakos. And God bless Kenya. Sorry, I need to make a correction. On the, we have graded 3,500 kilometers. Okay? We have graded 3,500 kilometers. Not 3.5 million kilometers. You know in county we talk about millions. There we talk about millions. We reduce our electrical bill from 300 million to 105 million. And not from 3 million as mentioned before. We reduce our electricity bill from 300 million to 105 million and not from 3 million as mentioned before. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate our governor for a very rich and comprehensive speech and report. Governor, that is excellent work, and the County Assembly is going to discuss this speech in 4 sittings and deliberate on it. But it was so lengthy, I don't know whether to do it in 4 sittings. Yeah, but the law demands that we do it, debate on it in 4 sittings. We have come to the end of our speech. This speech is not supposed to be debated at all, so we leave at that, and as I said, we shall debate it maybe starting from next week in 4 sittings. So we have come to the end of our sitting today. We shall get out of here and have a photo session, take a photo with all of us, with our governor, immediately after this. So the House adjourns to Tuesday, 3rd March 2026 at 10 a.m. Thank you very much.
Ha ha ha.